as usual, waiting for everybody to catch up to me here for a minute. This is crazy. There are so many things happening so fast. Some good news for a change that I thought I'd better come on here. I was wondering if I should do a recording and, put up a high quality video. And I thought, I'm too spoiled with these live transmissions. Good morning, everybody. Especially when, things are happening so fast. If I waited to do all the editing and the recording and then the editing and then putting it up and having to wait for YouTube, because many times when I put up a video or I'm trying to upload it'll be rejected and I got to start all over again. And those aren't operator errors. I've got to tell you, I've been doing this for a long time now, so those aren't operator errors when that happens. I think Tracy Beans has run into the same problem a couple of times, as has probably everybody else. And of course, on the live streams, they can cause us some problems here too. Interfere with the transmission or whatever. The lighting here is a little different today because I wanted to get this done. I'm getting sloppy. Okay, I'm getting sloppy. Hey, what are these three shots across the bow? Did you see them this morning? This is just getting really good. First of all, Nigel Farage gave an incredible speech in the EU today, or I'm not sure exactly where he was even because I was so spellbound by what he was saying. But basically, he said, "We know that a lot of you are taking money from Soros, and you're going to pay for that. We're coming after you." So, Nigel Farage and Trump have been working together. We've been seeing this now for a couple of years as they worked on this thing. So Nigel Farage over in Europe takes a shot at all of these corrupt politicians, talking about where they're getting their money and who they're supporting, the Open Society by Soros and all that, and that Soros took money and put it into this thing to bring down Western civilization. That's what he's basically talking about. Then today we had Jeff Sessions. I couldn't believe it. It might still be going on, but I just had to put this up because, maybe Tracy Beans is right. Maybe all of these indictments have actually come from a secret grand jury that Trump and Sessions put together, and I don't know how legally they would have done that. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know. Maybe it is outside the Mueller thing, but I still think there's a tie-in there. Like I said, this sting operation, so to speak. But regardless, you've got Gutierrez there, that fop Gutierrez, questioning Sessions about whether he's really seriously going to do what Donald Trump said in the campaign, and that is to lock Hillary up, put her in jail. And Sessions has this huge grin on his face. Did you see that? And all he kept saying was, "I will fulfill my duties as the Attorney General." False flag in Colorado. Uh-oh, what's going on there? Did I miss something? Okay, well, we'll come back to that. So, yeah, you saw that on his grin too. Yeah, yeah, today's the day. This is the day when it's all coming out, I think. I think the gates to the dam are starting to open, where the crack is starting to break open larger. And then the final thing that I wanted to bring up, I knew about the shooting in California, by the way. Yeah, the school, that's not good. We said more of this was going to happen, of course. That was the whole idea, and it's very sad. The third thing that I'm talking about here is, you remember they were making a big deal about Don Jr.'s communications with WikiLeaks. And so, because now they're so excited, they've got that, we're going to say that this is collusion, and illegal and bad for Don Jr. to have done this. So they spread these messages between Assange and Don Jr. all across the world saying, look at this terrible thing Don Jr.'s done. And apparently they didn't do their homework, and there was a link in there. And guess what the link was about? Yeah, the possibility that Seth Rich is the leaker, and was giving this information, and that he feared for his life. It's really an incredible thing what's happening. 3 big things have occurred. So it's starting to happen. They're opening the gates a little bit. The cracks are widening, and I just had to come on here and give a quick little bit of information on that. The two shooters on the roof of the Delano Mandalay Bay. I'm aware of a lot of that, and I'm not going to get into that right now because of this other thing that's going on. Obviously, I've called on Trump to jump on this Vegas thing because that's critical to this whole thing that's happening. That was an attack on him and on the American people who support him. That's exactly what it was. At the same time, it was this deal with Saudi Arabia and our internal government problems. But we just know that there were multiple shooters, and we've been saying that from the start. And anybody who's into this, into military type operations, recognized it right from the start. So I'm not even as concerned now about where the shooters were, just the fact that there were multiple ones, and we can prove that at this point, and they need to do something about it. Roy, would you come on my show? I don't know who Linda Kirby. I'm not sure. Write a privacy message in my YouTube channel here, and then we can talk about that. I'm not sure exactly what you would want me to do actually. All right. Let's see. WGON. Really? WGON. Well, I'll check that out. Yeah, send me a message in the private messages, and we'll talk about that. Okay. All right. Again, I don't want to take a lot of time. This was just to be real fast. Those three things happened today. 3 big shots across the leftist bow. 3 of them today. Now they're going to know. That's why Gutierrez has said, "Hey, what are you up to? Are you really going to follow this campaign promise of Trump to throw her in jail? What are you talking about?" And Sessions just had this big grin on his face. All right. I mean, if that didn't tell the whole story, I don't know what is. Again, I don't know where these 800 to 1,000 and growing sealed indictments are coming from, but Sessions apparently knows, I think, and there is a big sting operation, and Mueller probably is involved still. But regardless, the point is it looks like that whole thing is starting to crumble down now. Everybody's starting to realize that they start better running for cover. The bad guys I'm talking about, the people that have ruined our country, ruined our constitutional republic, and all of that. So, right, Stacy, let's keep praying, okay? All right. I'll see y'all later. I'll get back to you if anything else big happens today. Tracy Beans is doing a great job. I'm throwing her name out there a lot because I'm watching what she's doing. She's very methodical, very analytical, and she gives you information that you can really put your teeth into. There are a lot of others out there. Matt Couch, and I mentioned all these people before. Scott Anthony, Amber. Oh, Shepard Ambulis came out with a tweet today that I've got to tell you about. He says he has some really good intel on the Vegas shooting, and Shepard has been one of the foremost out in the front, along with Jake Morphonios and Matt Couch and those guys, a number of them. Okay, but Shepard, I completely believe him when he says he has something that's very, very important. So keep an eye on Shepard Ambulis and IntelliHub. Okay. Check out IntelliHub. They're also, of course, on the net. Okay, everybody, just a quick update out for now, okay? We'll see you.